Welcome to Brew Builds, your place for DIY home improvements. I'm Paul. I finished the roofing for the pergola, and now I need to add rain gutters. I was going to build my own custom gutters, but then I decided with a little modification, these aluminum case-style ones should work just fine. You ready? Let's build this! I was going to build my own custom rain gutter like I did for the grape arbor. But after doing some research and finding what's available, I decided to just purchase some standard aluminum gutters and I'll modify them a bit. Buying a 4x8 sheet of galvanized sheet metal probably would have been cheaper, but then I would have to deal with all the bending and cutting. Also, I don't need this rain gutter to be quite as wide as the one for the grape arbor because the water won't be coming off of this roof with that much force. Tools and items needed: rain gutters, rain gutter seamers, downspouts, rain chains, tin snips, a utility knife, a grinder, a file, and a pair of gloves. To make these rain gutters work, I need to cut the back sides so they fit up under the drip edge. This aluminum is super thin and very lightweight, so it shouldn't be very difficult to cut. I'll use some tin snips and a pneumatic shear to see which works better. On the brew scale, technical ability, I rate as a novice. You need to know how to use a tape measure, screw gun, and tin snips. Physical ability, I rate as difficult. Most likely you'll be on a ladder or on the roof to mount the rain gutters. These are standard aluminum rain gutters you can purchase from your local box store. They come in 10-foot lengths, and you can get corners, seamers, and downspouts if needed. There are also these mounting brackets that clip onto the rain gutter, then you screw this into the fascia board to hold the gutters in place. I marked a line 1 inch down on the back side. Cutting this off should give me enough clearance to get the rain gutter behind the roof strip edge. This is going to take a while to cut, cutting just a ½ inch at a time. On a normal roof, you would just hold up the rain gutter and attach it to the fascia board underneath the drip edge. Since the pergola beams and the drip edge are so close to each other, the only way for me to get this rain gutter under the drip edge is to slide it in from the side. It will end up being about 28 feet wide with a downspout on each end. I need to make sure the water flows to the side, so I'll raise the middle section with some wooden spacers to get the correct height. You want about an 1/8 inch slope per foot, or 1 inch for every 8 feet for the water to drain properly. The pergola has a slight slope to it front to back, and I just need to make sure that the water flows to the sides of the rain gutter where my downspouts will be. That looks like a good height. Since this rain gutter metal is so thin, I'm afraid my pneumatic shear will just chew it up, so I'm going to try to score it with a utility knife and then just bend it and snap it off. Hopefully. This stuff can be sharp, so be sure to wear some gloves when handling it. When I bend it back in the other direction, it should start breaking off. I have the first gutter piece lined up with the side of the roof, which will put the seam about a foot past this beam. It would be better if the seam ended up on top of the beam to help support it. If I move the gutter back a foot and line it up with the end of the cross beam, then I'll be able to do this by making only one cut to the middle section, and the seams will be supported by the beams. Most of you won't need to cut 1 inch off the back side of the rain gutter, but most likely everyone will need to shorten a piece. This stuff is so thin, it's challenging to cut without completely deforming it. I think a Pepsi can is thicker than this stuff.
Hit that like button and subscribe to Brew Build. Hit that like button and subscribe to Brew Build.
Using some tin snips and scoring it, I was able to get a somewhat decent cut. Did I mention this is really thin? Not too bad. I'll use some needle nose pliers to straighten some of the bends. That way the mounting clip will fit into it again and I can get the end cap off. Be sure to use a file to take off any burrs along the edge. No need to give blood on this project. After getting the 3 pieces up here, I'm realizing that the rain gutter is supported by the pergola beams, and the drip edge is holding it in place, so it can't really go anywhere. I don't think I'll use the mounting brackets, and since I trimmed the rain gutter, they probably won't work anyway. We're planning to install rain chains instead of using those ugly rain gutter downspouts. And if I cut my own hole in the rain gutter, then I can return the end piece with the outlet. And if I return this, then I can return this, and I can return some of these. I found the rain gutters themselves reasonably priced, but when you add in all the other pieces you need, I end up spending 3 times the amount of just the rain gutters alone. Also, if I do it this way, I'll just have 2 seams along the entire length of the rain gutter. Now, they do sell just the insert, but I think I'll try making my own out of just some of the old rain gutter pieces that I cut off. I want around a 2-inch hole for the downspout, but I'm not actually going to cut a hole. I'll mark a hole and then cut diagonal slots like a pizza, then I'll bend the slices down. I just need some type of lip so the water doesn't crawl back up the bottom side of the rain gutter and get into the pergola. The rain gutters are held together using these seamers. I need to trim off the backside just like I did the gutters, but leave enough so I can fold it over the backside of the rain gutter to hold it in place. I realize I'll have to insert the rain gutters all from the same side, so I can't finish the downspouts until the rain gutter is in place. It's the only way I can think of to get the seamers around both pieces of the rain gutter. Since I'm doing this myself, I'm using a ladder to hold up the other end of the rain gutter while I'm attaching the seamers. I made sure that the seamers were fitting properly, then used the rain gutter glue sealer to hold the pieces together and make the joints watertight. It's nice that I only have 2 joints to seal. Just need to add the end caps and the rain chains. I think I'll just add this chain to my little downspout opening as is and see how it works next time it rains. This looks simple enough to install. You just stick this hoop up through the hole and insert this bar with a loop to hold the chain in place. It's kind of like doing that 2-ring magic trick. I did bend one side of the bar 90 degrees, otherwise it would get in the way of the end cap. I don't think I'm going to glue the end cap. It looks like it should stay, and this way I can remove it to blow out the leaves. And that's it. The rain gutter is working great, and I really like the look of the rain chain. Since you watched all the way to the end, how about hitting that like button for me and subscribing to Brew Builds. If you want to see how I built the pergola and the fireplace structure, check out this playlist, and be sure to check out my other DIY home improvement, common repair, and tool review videos.